are you now, Holly? And congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. I'm back in LA, just running around and taking it all in, just keeping busy.
What's different this week to last week? Your lifestyle, how your life has changed, if it has?
It's really busy, but the fight week is busy as well. So between last week and this week, I still feel busy, but it's definitely a different feeling right now. A lot of weight has been lifted off my shoulders because leading up to a fight, there's so much, pressure kind of put on yourself. And when it's over, it's finally just like you can take a deep breath. But I'm definitely a little more busy right now as far as, running around stuff. But it's a lot easier to take in when you're a little less stressed.
Did the pre-fight coverage bother you at all?
No, I think that any time that the fight has more attention on it, it does bring a little bit more of kind of nerves and anxiety with it. But any kind of fight like that has more riding on it just makes a victory that much better.
But when people say you had no chance, though, how did that affect you?
I've been in the spot where people have said I've had no chance before, and it's really as simple as this, that they're not the ones getting in there to do it. I am. So I just kind of went with how I felt myself,
What was the strategy when you walked in?
Not to just defend everything Ronda's good at, because she's not a one-dimensional fighter. She has a lot of things that present, difficult spots in a fight. She's got real good with her clinch game and her judo, and she's obviously got the arm bars on the ground, and she knows how to really pressure people on the cage, and she's got a lot of areas that are problem areas for someone. And so I didn't want to just defend those areas. I knew that I needed to be aggressive and put my own, impose my own will, because you can go, even if you make it 5 rounds and you don't get stopped early, if you don't do what you need to do, you're not going to win. I don't want to just survive the rounds. I want to dominate them. And so I just wanted to get in there and make sure that I didn't be too reserved, that I kind of just believed in my own skills as well.
She's Holly Holm, the UFC bantamweight champ, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. Walk me through the knockout.
It's always like a million thoughts in your head in a split second, so it seems like it's longer than it really is. But when I hit her, I knew that I had hit her with a couple of straight lefts that were starting to take their toll. You never know if somebody's going to recover from those, or if they're, if they're not. But I just wanted to keep on it and not give her the chance to recover. And when I dropped her and then I hit her with a left, and I knew that she was kind of rocked, and that's when she kind of dropped down the first time. And I just thought in my head, when she was standing back up, I thought, don't kick her till her hands come up, because I didn't want to, maybe kick her with like an illegal blow or something and then be disqualified. I'm like, don't mess it up. You're almost there. Let's just finish strong. And so as soon as her hands came up, I went for the kick and just went for the finish.
I don't know if you visualize this. A lot of psychologists will say visualize doing something great or winning or hitting the game-winning shot. Mm-hmm. Did you visualize that moment?
Oh, yeah. I visualized every situation I could be in a fight. I even visualized bad situations and getting out of them successfully. Because she did go for an armbar at one point in the fight. She did go for, a hip toss at a point in the fight. So I'm glad that I even visualized those things. But all the time I was thinking about, if that opening is there, you're going to land the kick. If that opening there, you're going to land the punch. And just visualizing, making each shot count. And wound up playing out great in the fight.
What is the time frame for, if there is a rematch? What does UFC require for a rematch to happen? When's the earliest, and will it happen?
I'm open to a rematch. I think that's just the only way it goes. If you're the champ, you lose your belt. I think that's the only logical thing, is to be able to have a rematch and avenge a loss. So I'm open for a rematch. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know if they're, as far as putting it together. So I know I want to fight sooner than later. And whether it's a rematch or somebody else and then a rematch, whatever they say, I never really like to pick the fights. I always just say okay to whatever opportunities are presented at me, and so I'm just going to go with whatever they want.
Have you talked to Ronda since the knockout?
No, I haven't. I haven't even seen her. I hope she's doing well. I know she's obviously been at the top for a reason. She's very dominant and great athlete, and been reigning champion for a long time. So I'm sure she'll come back strong.
Why do you think people are reveling in the fact that she lost, Holly?
Anytime you're on top, people are going to want to talk one way or the other. And I know, she's been pretty vocal in her career, so I think it's easier for people to want to pick at things. But, I think she's strong enough. She can handle that. But, I hope people don't get too brutal with it. This is a hard job to be in, and a lot of people can't get in there. And, when you get in that octagon, it's like, it's one of the loneliest places in the world because it's only up to you to do it. And a lot of people wouldn't even have the nerve to be able to get in and just put it all on the line. Millions of people are watching you, and you might get knocked out, you might not, you might do well, you might not, but you kind of have to go in being okay with, millions of people are going to be watching this, and there's a reason why only certain people fight, because you're putting yourself out there, and that people are going to say something one way or the other, and it's kind of a brutal place to be, but it's what makes winning that awesome, makes losing that devastating, but makes winning that awesome. And if you're a fighter, you're always chasing that feeling of that victory. So that's why we do it. But I don't know why people are getting real brutal. But like I said, it may have just been because she's been so vocal throughout her career.
Did you get the tweet from Amy Schumer?
Yeah. Actually, I was kind of told about it, and I went and looked, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, that's so funny!" After responding to that,
people thought that Amy Schumer knocked out. They were congratulating her for knocking out Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I thought it was
funny. Enjoy the ride, Holly. Well done, and can't wait for the rematch.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate your time.
All right, that's Holly Holm, UFC bantamweight champ.